Alright, welcome to the lesson on dividing rational expressions. Dividing rational expressions is going to be just like multiplying, but an extra step. The big thing here on the division part, we got to turn around and keep the first term, change to multiplication, and we're going to flip. So keep, change, flip, which you should remember from way back when. And that's what we're going to roll on and do here. So if I take a look at this one here, I will keep the first term, the x squared minus 4 over 3x, change to multiplication, and we flip. The 2x goes in the top, the x minus 2 in the bottom. Now what we'll do is just like multiplication. Wherever we can factor, we factor. So our top one right here can be factored. So that's an x plus 2 and x minus 2, because that's DOPS, difference of perfect squares, all over 3x times a 2x all over an x minus 2, and if it helps, put that in parentheses also. So now that everything's factored and all our plus and minus signs are contained in parentheses, we can cancel. So the x minus 2 cancels with the x minus 2, and this x cancels with this x here. So what's left? Well, I got a 2 in the top, and I got an x plus 2, and in the bottom, I'm left with a 3, and that will be our solution. Could I put the 2x back together? Yes, you could. You could tell me it's 2x plus 4 if you distribute all over 3. You might see an answer that way as well. But at this point, there's no reason to put it back together. This answer right here is definitely acceptable and less chance of making error. Okay, let's look at another example. Okay, in example 4 here, same scenario. We've got an x squared minus 5x plus 6 all over an x plus 4. I had division, so change to multiplication and flip. So you'll get the x squared plus 5x plus 4 in the top, and in the bottom will be the x squared minus 9. Now we've got a lot of factoring to do. The one place we know for sure it's already factored is the x plus 4. So put that here. Once again, you can be like Sherlock Holmes if you need to. I think most of you guys will recognize the DOPS down here, so I'm going to tackle that one first. That's an x plus 3 and an x minus 3. These are all pretty straightforward, but if you need to, we'll go from there. There's a darn good chance that this x plus 4 is going to go somewhere up here, and one of these two is up here, but we'll see. We'll go through and factor whatever you can factor. So if I take a look at the top one up here, got x squared, I got a plus 6 and all that good stuff, so let's go and do it. I put an x in with an x in the second one, bring down the minus sign. The boss right here says, hey, they got to be the same, so put a minus sign there. And the factors of 6 that add up to 5 are 2 and 3. Okay, over on this side, same scenario, got a trinomial, so x and x. Bring down your plus sign. The boss once again says they got to be the same, so that's also a plus. And your factors of 4 to add up to 5 are 4 and 1. Okay, everything's factored now, so it's a matter of what we said. Sure indeed, the x plus 4 is just like we said with Sherlock Holmes, would go and cancel that way, and one of these I figured would go out this way. And so when you're done, you are left with an x minus 2 times an x plus 1 on the top, and the only thing left in the bottom is an x plus 3. So that will be our answer. Could I multiply them back? Yes, I wouldn't take that chance. Just leave it that way. You are fine for full credit. Okay, and here's the granddaddy of them all. Okay, we got a complex fraction. We got this one fraction over another fraction. Well, guys, that just means this divided by this. So just rewrite it. So keep the x plus 2 over the x squared minus 2x minus 3. Now it's division, so I could write this one next to it divided by. But let's do the whole, save ourselves a step, change it to multiplication, and flip these two. So the x squared plus 6x plus 5 goes in the top, and the x squared minus x minus 6 goes in the bottom. Saves us some work. Well, now we're ready to factor. Can't do anything with x plus 2, so you know that's one of your things. So put that there. And they're 3 trinomials, so it's really up to you how you do this. So this is going to give us an x and x. Put down the minus sign. Boss says different, so that second one's plus. And the only way to get 3 is 3 and 1. So 3 goes first, 1 there. Same thing over here. We got an x and an x. And the top one was plus first. The boss says it's got to be the same. And factors of 5 are only 5 and 1, so that goes easy. And we really don't need much Sherlock Holmes in this at all. X and x, use your minus sign. Boss says different. And what subtracts to 1? 3 and 2. Everything is factored. Cancel away. Cancels. Cancels. And that's it. So don't go trying to cross. Remember, you cannot go and cannot cancel this one with this one. You cannot go horizontally. So what's left? X plus 5 in the top. And in the bottom, you've got 2x minus 3's. So you can write x minus 3 times x minus 3, or a pair of them squared. There's your answer. We're all good. So in summary, we're going to go to the next page. Okay, so your lesson summary here is this. Basically, to multiply, you just go and you factor and reduce, okay? To divide, you're going to want to do the flip piece. So bottom line on dividing, we're going to do it for multiplying. Just factor and reduce. Okay, to divide, you should do the keep, change, flip. And then factor and reduce. Okay, so that's the things you got to keep in mind. We'll see you in class. We're going to practice a whole bunch in class, try to have some fun out of it. All right, see you then.